Hey everybody, Mama Hen back at you again with another video. Today we're going to be doing a special request for an Italian cream cake from one of my customers. So let's get started. First, I'm starting off with 1 cup of sugar. To that, I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. Or you can use whatever oil that you have. I prefer coconut oil. And then I'm just going to cream that. Cream the coconut oil and the 1 cup of sugar until it's nice and white. May take 2 or 3 minutes. Now, while that's creaming, I want to use half a package of French vanilla pudding mix. Remember, I told you in the last video, I put pudding mix in just about all of my baking. So half a package of instant vanilla pudding mix. Now, just for measurements sake, this is a 3-4 ounce package of pudding mix. Okay, once that's creamed really well, you want to add 3 egg whites. Well, that one didn't work too good. 3 egg whites. Guess it would be smarter to put it in a bowl. Okay. 3 egg whites. I got a little piece of shell in there. Nobody likes to bite into shells, do they? So I'll just take that out of there and incorporate that. I have to grab 1 more egg. Now, when you're in a hurry And you need to bring all of your ingredients to room temperature. In particular, the eggs. Just run some warm water for about 30 to 60 seconds over that, and that should work just fine for you. Just a quick fix. Okay, 3 egg whites, because essentially this is a white cake. And go ahead and blend that. Now, once that's creamed real good, you want to go ahead and add in your flavoring. I've got 1 teaspoon of butter flavor extract and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. The next thing we're going to add in is 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And blend. For 30 or 60 seconds. To that, I'm going to add in 1½ cup sifted cake flour. Not all purpose, but cake flour, 1½ cups. I always use cake flours for my cakes. And then blend. Then I'm going to add 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of whole fat buttermilk. Or you can use cream, but just make sure it's cream or whole fat buttermilk. And go ahead and blend that. And last but not least, an 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple. Now this is the kicked up version. I like to take a basic recipe and embellish on it. So Italian cream cakes don't typically ask for pineapple, but I like pineapple. So 8-ounce can of strained, drained pineapple, crushed pineapple. And blend. I forgot, I like to use if I can find it, coconut extract. Maybe half a teaspoon of coconut extract. Do not overmix. Okay. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. And just mix a bit more. Okay. Get that beater blade scraped down a little bit. All right, hold the line. I have two 8-inch cake pans that I sprayed lightly with oil and lined them with wax paper. And I'm gonna go ahead and evenly divide the batter into the cake pans. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now once you've divided the batter into the pans, you're going to go ahead and plop those in an oven at 350 degrees. But before you do that, I don't know what these things are called, but I use them when I'm baking cakes. And essentially, what they do is allow your cake to rise evenly. You know how some cakes, they have that dome look when they come out? Well, putting these cloth straps around the edges of the pan allows the cake to rise evenly. Once again, I'd like to take the time to thank all you, my new viewers, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And please like and subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. So I'm going to wet these straps. And then place them around my baking pans. And make the necessary adjustments so that they fit snugly. You see that? They're nice and snug. Then go ahead and put your pans in the oven. After preheat for 350 degrees. And we're going to bake those for between 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. there you have it. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up a bit. Hold the line. One of the things I was known for when I baked for a few commercial bakers was my embellishments. I just took a basic recipe and I embellished on it. I made it my own. And I continue to do that to this day. See, I'm not a traditional person. I've never just stuck to one set of rules. I always have to make it better. Have to make it my own. So that's why I do it. I'm making it my own. Now, once the cake comes out of the oven, you want to immediately transport it to the freezer in preparation for the frosting. You want to put it in the freezer and let it get chilled before you add your frosting. And I'm going to be making a buttercream and cream cheese frosting. after the cake has chilled. And the purpose for chilling the cake is so that when you're putting your frosting or your icing on, that you don't transport the crumbs to the frosting. You want your frosting nice and clean. And so when it's chilled or even frozen, if you have the time to, bake it overnight and then freeze it, it's even better. And so the purpose for that, again, is so that your frosting is clean and it's not littered with cake crumbs. There's nothing more unappealing than to see a cake frosted really nicely, but crumbs from the cake is mixed in. That's not the way you do it. So always chill your cakes or freeze them if you want to make the cake the day before, and freeze it overnight and frost it. Makes for a nice presentation. And as I said before, I'm all about presentation. And then after it's frosted, we're going to add toasted coconut on top. In the middle, we'll add a layer of coconut, toasted coconut, and then on top, we'll add a layer of toasted coconut. And that will be my version of Italian cream cake. Hold the line. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and make the frosting so that as soon as I take the cakes from the freezer, I can go ahead and frost. Now I didn't thaw out my butter, so I'm just going to nuke it in the microwave, but not to melt it. And then the same with the cream cheese. Although the cream cheese has been sitting out a while, it should be good. So I'm going to add the cream cheese and the butter. First things first, I'm gonna add maybe 1.5 cups of powdered sugar to the mixer. Cup and a half or 2, you can pretty much eyeball it and determine if you need 1.5 cups or 2 cups, but no more than 2 cups. To that, I'm going to add a stick of unsalted butter. Remember how I told you that I don't do cheap ingredients? And I don't. This is grass-fed butter. I use nothing but the best, especially for my customers. So 1 stick of unsalted butter. Now you can use whatever butter you have. I just have a preference for using nothing but the best. And since this cake is going to a customer, I have to use nothing but the best. So that's 1 stick or 8 ounces of butter, unsalted butter. And 8 ounces of cream cheese. To that, I'm going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, because your frosting needs flavor. So a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And a little bit of sour cream. Yes, it's fattening, I do very rich baked goods, and it's fattening, but oh well. It's not like you do this every day. And a little bit of milk or cream, whichever you have. Just incorporate maybe a tablespoon or two. A little bit of vanilla. And that's it. And blend. I'm going to add just a little bit more of powdered sugar. But no more than 2 cups. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. And then I'm just going to go ahead and chill it so it can stiffen up a little bit more. That way, once the cakes are ready to be iced or frosted, my frosting would have already been pre-made. And I'll just put it in the refrigerator and let it chill. Oh, by the way, that's what it looks like. You see that? Okay. That frosting is great. Again, I would kindly ask if everyone would like and subscribe. That would be so greatly appreciated. I'll be coming to you 2, maybe 3 times a week, but definitely 2. So stay tuned. Check on the cakes. I need to grab a couple of platforms in which to put the cake on. So I'm going to move us to the table where I'll be frosting the cake. It's a sit-down job, guys. This part, I have to sit down and do it. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm doing, this is my platform. I'm going to put a little bit of frosting on the bottom so that the cake doesn't move while I'm frosting. Just a little dab will do you. And invert the cake like so. There you go. So I'm going to have a seat and begin to frost the cake. Okay. A pretty nice even layer on the first cake. Okay, then we'll add some toasted coconut. Nice even layer of toasted coconut. Spread it out a little bit so it gets to the edges. Okay. Then I'm going to add the second layer. Hopefully I can get it off the pan without too much difficulty. Okay. Add the second layer. So good. So good. I might have slightly too much frosting, but having too much is better than not having enough, right? Exactly. And again, this is buttercream, 1 stick unsalted butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and approximately 2 cups of powdered sugar with maybe a tablespoon of milk or cream, a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, a dash of salt, 1/4 teaspoon, and blend it up. You want to pile the frosting on top and then let it fall to the side. It could have stood a little more time in the freezer, because I'm doing the very thing that I was telling you guys not to do, and that is getting the cake crumbs in the frosting. So it's best, if you know you're going to be making this cake, it's best to bake it the day before. Let it sit in the freezer. That way you have no chance of mixing cake crumbs in the frosting. Just for time's sake, I'm kind of working through this faster than usual. adding the pineapple just adds so much flavor and moisture to the cake. You're gonna love it. You're just absolutely gonna love it. And again, typically Italian cream cakes don't call for pineapple, but it's my embellishment that I happen to be good at embellishing and making it my own. After all, pineapple and coconut work well together, don't they? So why not add coconut or pineapple? All right. Just about done here. Okay, then I'm going to top the cake off with the rest of the toasted coconut. So here you have it. Let me see. So here you have it, an Italian cream cake with toasted coconut and crushed pineapple. Bye.